Hey guys, I'm248 here. Welcome to JoshCCLP4 part 30, or 31 if you want to count 29A and 29B as two separate parts. I'm just going to start playing the spiders with Caustic Slumber. I know my intros have been kind of slow lately, but I don't think that's a bad thing. So, this seems to be a bug-themed level, and it seems like there's going to be some interesting puzzles involved. So I'm just going to run around the outside edge of the level, find a red key, and looks like with the red key I'll gain access to one of these inner rooms, and I'll have to solve all the inner rooms in a given order. I can't say I like the rigidity of a room order for this level, but just because failing one would mean having to redo all of them, but it could be worse. So we have a bug there, and a bug must go to that bomb guarding the blue key. Now I have 6 blocks, and I count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 others? Wait, can I seriously? I think I can do a thing here. Yes, when I say I can do a thing, um, I don't know if this is. Wait, no, I don't have quite enough blocks. Yes, I do if I didn't blow that up first, but actually, no, I can still do this. So here's what I'm thinking. That bomb blows up. I release the bug. There we go. So we got the blue key, and I'll have an extra block after this room. So I'll have a block to use in the outside area. I don't know if I'm supposed to have one. Oh, wait, no, I can't actually take it out because of the fire. Interesting. Okay. Well, that was an easy little room. So moving on to another one of the same sort, it would seem. So this time for the yellow key. And let's see. I'm going to need 3 blocks, so I can only sacrifice 1. And it looks like the gimmick of this room is that you don't blow up the bombs, you just block them off. But what I'm thinking here is I need one there. And then what about this lower section? What do I do with that? You know, the easiest thing to do, considering I do have, let's see, I can still extract that block, I can still extract that block, and I think the easiest thing to do is just blow it up rather than do any shenanigans to get the bug around it. Yeah, that was definitely the easiest way to do it. I like the trapped bugs. I know they're there for the to make the controller and boss glitch not be a factor here, but they're placed very aesthetically nicely. Okay, so what about this one? So, okay, I think I need 1 block here, and let's count moves. So from there, it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 versus 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So I can slip in here without needing to put a block onto the trap, which is nice because it saves me a block. Okay. Wait. Couldn't I just... Wait, no, that would require putting one in the corner. I don't think I can put one in the corner. Wait, no. Yeah, you can do this in 5 blocks. Okay, so what I was thinking was that I would be smart with the block placements here. And I would just be allowed to set this little thing up. So I still have all 5 blocks retrievable, and I'll only need 4. Yeah. So I don't know if that was the intended method to get to the green key. But again, that gives me an extra. What I was originally thinking was set up the bug in such a way so that it goes around and hits the trap button for me. But just giving it a fast pass to the green lock is a little easier, both to execute and conceptually. So that's it for the chips. So now it's just walking to the exit, which is right up this way. So yeah, spiders with Caustic Slumber, first attempt, pretty fun level. So the poison that flows through me, I cannot get that red key without a block. Oh man, this is going to be a pretty insane level. What in the world? Wait, no, I see it, I see it. I need to be able to extract all the blocks for later use, and the way to do it is to use the recessed wall on the way down. So I can't do anything fancy with the glider. But I can do something fancy with these bugs. I can send one of them into that bomb, actually. What's on the other side of that? Okay, before I do anything here, yellow lock is there and would potentially let me use the block for the blue key. I'm going to start with this approach. Just because I'll get the toggle button, and I think the toggle button's a little more useful. Plus, I can get another block from after I get the toggle button, so I think I made the right call. I'm gonna need the blue key before I can go any farther. Wait, that's where the blue key is. How can I even... Huh? Because if I push the block up with the ball on this side, I'm screwed. And if I push the block with the ball on this side, essentially I'd have to push it to here, and I'm screwed. So either way, I need the blue key to progress. So did I do that in the wrong order? I think I did that in the wrong order. That's kind of unfortunate that there is a right order to do that in. Cannot say I'm a big fan of that. This time I'm going to leave the bugs alone. Yeah, we'll go for the blue key first, because the blue key lets me go in anyway. So if the rest of this level is going to be similar to that... Like, this seems like a mostly themeless level held together by aesthetic random force floors. Oh, I see how it is. You go around the bug, the ball takes out the bomb. And this gives me the toggle button, which results in some chaos and such. It's about as good as I'm going to get without further interference. So I could go that way, or I could go over to the left here. I'll come back with the green key. It'll give me skates. And if I go down there, I need to use the block on that water tile. I know there's nothing under the block from last time, so I'm just going to go this way. What? So, sideswipe the teeth. I'm going to stop and think here. Because I don't know what these... I'm going to assume both of these are linked to the same trap. No?
Bummer.
I am not having very much fun with this level right now. There's a lot of what seems to be guesswork. I don't know if there's just something I'm missing that would help with deducing this. But it seems like I'm just trying things and hoping it's correct. I'm just hoping that what I try happens to be correct, because I don't see any way to know. And that's especially true for that teeth section. But I'll reserve judgment. I'll reserve further judgment. Can you guys, like, drown, maybe? Okay, fine. That works, I guess. The toggle's in the correct state. That they are. So, new plan. We're going to do the side swipe for the red lock, for the red key again. Okay, so that was correct. So now what? So I've got this block. And I'm going to need the block for trap usage. I can tell that much for sure right now. So does that mean I just blow up the teeth? I think that means I just blow up the teeth. It's very hard to explain like my entire thought process as I'm playing, because there's a lot of implications that I see that aren't necessarily obvious to see. But the implication I saw there was that I could just use the block on this and then go back instead of have to try to set up some shenanigans with the teeth holding that down. So what is down here? It seems like no choice in the matter but to come down this way. And with no fire boots now, But now I've got the green key, which means I can clone an extra fireball and get the skates finally. Okay, I think I'm making progress. So I can go down this way. I don't like dealing with this kind of monster on ice dodge. That's pretty rough in MS. Okay, anyway, tank section's now open to me. I can have the toggles in whichever arbitrary state I want. Does it matter? Yeah, I can have them in either state, but when I leave, they're stuck there. So does it even matter? I don't think I come back this way, so it doesn't matter from here. I'm going to go with the default state because I think that's more likely to be successful. But knowing Josh, especially with his more recent designs, it probably doesn't matter. So what do we have here? We have a single tank, and he's not on top of anything. So what I'm going to need to do is find a way to move that block and just push it across the tank button. I can do that by using the recessed wall path to my advantage. Of course I get perfect luck with the random force floor I go for. I'm not going to use either of those because they could risk death if they don't work right. Okay, moving on. So I still have the flippers, and that's important to remember. Am I going to need these blocks for anything? I don't think I can take them out of the room. I am going to fill in the water just because it gets the block out of my way. I don't need to do that. I don't know if that's intended. So don't touch the suction boots until you need to. Will do. So we'll start by getting the red key, and okay, this is a neat little item swapping section. Hopefully no deep blue spiral type traps. Yes, I have been watching not CCLP4 LP. It's kind of interesting. Like, I started this, and, well, Josh was still doing Ultimate Chip 5. And then since then, there's been a couple other plays. Like, there's been a couple other big LPs started. Like, Josh finished his first one and started on not CCLP4. JB started CCLP2, and that's pretty high profile, I'd say, because he's probably the best suited to talk about it. And I'm still going through this. Okay, I think this is where I need the suction boots. Because that will allow me to go down through here, get the yellow key, get the last 2 chips. This is a really cool item swap section. It actually reminds me of Diabolical. Either way, poison that flows through me complete. Moving on to Cold-Hearted Cave, which I think is actually going to be a pretty tricky level. At least it sounds like it'll be a pretty tricky level. So there's a red lock under the block to the north. So yeah, the levels are getting a little tougher than they have been. But still a lot of fun to play. Okay, that's completely not needed anymore. So now I don't have a red key. I think that's what I wanted to do. How do I get that chip? I mean, that seems like the easiest way, but even that's a little mechanics gamey stuff. If I go in there, I don't know if there's any point to doing so. Maybe if I had skates, I'd be more inclined to, but at the same time, I don't see any other options. What do I really have to lose? The level. Oh, that's an even easier way to do that. Oops. Silly me. Disregard the mechanics-y comment. Okay, so let's go get that blue key again. But wait, what other options do I have? I feel like I've exhausted everything I can do in the level twice now. Because this requires a yellow key that I simply don't have. That requires a block to get a... Oh wait, no, I can get a red key in skates. Duh. But the red key, in turn, keeps me from entering the center with skates. Okay, I see what game you're playing here, Josh. So trade the red key for a yellow. It's going to make sure all of these are real. Well, all the ones that would be useful to be fake. Okay, so now with my yellow, I can go back into the center. Or I can do something with 3 blocks. I actually... Okay, what can I do with 3 blocks, and what can I do with the green key? With 3 blocks, I can go across back to the starting area. Looks like I need suction boots before I can well, not adequately, like, actually get the other yellow, because I can't take blocks up this way. So I think going for the blocks is the wrong call, because the green lets me go up there without any blocks being spent. So I'm going to assume that it's the green I want. Oh, and now I can take blocks up through... No, I can't quite take them around. Oh well, that was an interesting idea. Okay, another teeth monster and a toggle button. So I'm going to need to hit a tank button before I can really get through here. I know in links that wouldn't work, and I know that was kind of pointlessly risky, seeing as I know I'll be going back there. But, meh, I just want to get the stuff to know I have the stuff. Okay, so with the toggle flip, now I've got these blocks, which hits a tank button for me. Which gives me both skates and suction boots, which will give me the 3 blocks back at the start. And everything inside the, oh, what's the word for, like, I guess titular? 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 That word. It's a little late. I don't know why I decided to start recording at this point. Okay, so I'm going to end this with a partial post. I can tell that much for sure. How's this partial post going to work? Okay, I think I see it. I think I see it, actually. Okay. So we get that. Okay, so those are stuck there. Yes! Really nice partial post at the finish. That's awesome. Alright, moving on to Spatial Ruins. Explore these ruins and collect all 14 yellow keys to exit. So I think this level is loosely based on Floating Plaza's wall layout, but I'm not certain. I could be wrong on that. I know there's a level later on in this set that's loosely based on the wall layout of oh, what was it? I'm failing at remembering things today. Block Maze from CCLP4. That's the one. I want to say that comes quite a bit later. So I'm gonna need all the chips, and I'm gonna need to kill this walker, so I might as well do that to kill him now. Can he just, like, die or something? Thank you. So I don't know if the walls are in the correct state or the incorrect state, so I'm gonna go check. And I guessed right. And by guessed right, I mean I happened to be correct. So fire boots from over there. See some interesting stuff you can do with this layout. This is pretty cool. I don't know what the purpose of back here is. Though I'm gonna need 2 blocks down there. So 1 yellow key under that block. Really nice layout. I'm finding myself forced to remember a lot of things about where I have and have not been. You don't really have to do that very often. Like, this level would be absolutely stupid to optimize, just because routing it would be difficult, and there's all the random elements as well. But just playing this, I'm having a lot of fun. And I know Josh doesn't design for optimization purposes, and I don't either. I know a lot of my levels end up being pretty rough for similar reasons. But, I don't know. Okay, let's deal with... I'm gonna need a green key. I don't want to deal with over there just yet. So we're going to do the large block loop here to gain access to the glider room. The green key, a lot of this level at this point is hinging on getting the green key. Oh boy. Okay, at least after I've cleared one, there's a nice easy gap to take. That's a cool pattern. Little mean, but not really. Okay, so there's a yellow key up there, which I wasn't aware of. Okay, green key in tow. Let's go back down to the bottom. Grab this chip. Back up to the top. Deal with the glider room. No, I'll lose the fire boots. I don't need them for anything else at this point. And I can push all of these just to be safe. There's nothing hidden under them. There's not. But you never know. You never know. I don't want to make them unpushable if I can help it. Okay. That teeth section's a little mean, especially where in Lynx it wouldn't behave quite the same way. But I guess in Lynx it would be a little more flexible, with the timing due to the yellow key acting like a wall. So it's okay. So I think I've picked up everything, and I hung on that last force floor for so long. So Spatial Ruins complete. Moving on to Ghetto Piranha, which I actually have played already. So, sorry if you wanted this one to be blind. I don't think anybody really cares. This level pretty much revolves around this one Sokoban puzzle, and just having it change over time. And I think that's a really cool concept, and it's a really fun level to play. Like, it's not terribly difficult, and it's not terribly long, but it is just a blast. And I wish there were more levels like this. It's like, you've got these two that you drop up. Like, you have the two blocks you drop at the top. You've got a little block shuffling. You come down here, toggle, which means you can't go back that way. So you have to go and get the suction boots. So you make sure you have the suction boots taken. It's like, there's just so many little swaps. It's like, this is a fantastic level, if you ask me. And then, like, right here, I have to set the blocks back up with the tank being very visible to show that you only have so many blocks, so no mistakes here. You can't do any sort of bridging bust or shortcuts. Swap your boots out with the fire. Green key. It's just... do we go down that way with 4? Yes, we go down that way with 4 for the chip. It's like, it does all revolve around this one room, and there are some repeated moves. But there's a lot of Sokobans with repeated moves, and I don't really hold that against it. Because it's an interesting shuffle that has to be done. And just seeing the way the level just unravels itself, it's... Yeah, it's like the teeth get... Like, and the teeth doesn't even die and the glider gets stuck. I love this level. And I will play Greenian Motion as the last level of this video, just because it is a straightforward blob level. There's really not a lot to it. There's blobs, there's recessed walls. I'm going to try to not die. I'm nowhere near as good as JB at dealing with blobs, so this might take a while. Might. I'm not bad. I've gotten a lot better after playing BlobNet. Which I think is why JB is so good at dealing with blobs, because he's done more BlobNet than pretty much anyone else. Okay, 4 chips left. I want this one first. Wait, am I seriously going to get this on the first try? I seriously got Greenian Motion on the first try. Nice. I am going to hold myself... I thought that was going to take longer, but I am going to hold myself to that being the last level of the video. I haven't really had one, like an intended recording under a half hour in a while, and I made some really good progress. Other than the stuff with the poison that flows through me, fantastic set of levels, so I'm going to keep recording. I'm having a blast. So, hope you've enjoyed watching. I've enjoyed playing up to this point, and we'll see if we can't get to level 200 in the next video.